isn't it Congress's job to actually make these spending cuts? Because we've heard for decades about the spending. We're now up to 36, maybe close to $37 trillion. We've heard a lot of talk, but we haven't seen any action. And so it's easy to say it, right?
It is easy to say, but you make exactly the right point, Jack, and that is this. That's what reconciliation is. Once all these are identified in various and sundry ways, in various and sundry programs, different avenues through different committees, we will all come together as Congress, the House of Representatives, and then ultimately the Senate, of course, and we will vote on a package that cuts. It's not, you make a good point, 36, $37 trillion. We're not going to be able to get all of that in one bite. We got to take one bite of this piece of pie one at a time. We'll come together and we will vote on what's called a reconciliation package. And you probably know reconciliation can be handled in such a way that it doesn't require 60 votes over in the Senate so that it cannot be filibustered. It does require parliamentarian approval. We can't put something on the reconciliation bill that applies to policy. It has to be to budget and spending. And so that's this process. Once it's all identified, once those recommendations are made, yes, the United States House of Representatives will come together. We'll look at those in their entirety and we'll have a vote on the floor of the House.
And as far as I read that the House and the Senate are coming closer together, they're not quite there yet as far as identifying spending cuts. Among them are cuts to Medicaid, and I know you're on the committee that oversees Medicaid, and so I'm wondering. What I've heard is $880 billion being looked at in cuts to Medicaid over a 10-year period.
No,
And
that's all of our cuts, not just and not listen. We're not. So I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. Keep
no,
going.
but no, go ahead. I mean, correct me where if I'm not accurate.
Well, we have you probably know this. The Energy and Commerce Committee is the oldest, broadest committee in Congress. It's one of two mentioned in the Constitution. And so we have a legislative purview that's wider. We hear more bills than any of the other committees. You're talking about a lot of things. We're not seeking to cut Medicaid. What we're doing is we're seeking to say, look, there's a lot of people on Medicaid. We're talking about able-bodied adults who could go out and get a job. They don't need to be on Medicaid. They should not be on Medicaid. They can go back and get in the Affordable Care Act market. So we're not talking about taking Medicaid. You remember when Romney ran and Paul Ryan was running for vice president back, what, 6, 8, or was longer years ago, how they had their Democrats had a picture of a look like a Paul Ryan pushing grandma in a wheelchair over the cliff. I don't know if you saw that or not. They use scare tactics. We saw it back then. We're seeing it now. There's nothing that says Medicaid can't be streamlined, nothing that says a lot of these things can't be streamlined. We're not going to take Social Security away from people who worked for it all their life. Those people who need Medicaid, Medicare too, for that fact, those who need it the most are entitled to it and should have it. We are a caring company. We care about people who are less fortunate than we are, or who might be injured or incapacitated some kind of way and need extra care. But there are people on that program that need to be taken off. You're hearing this about Social Security. You're hearing that we were sending Social Security dollar checks to people that were 120 years old, 130 years old. Elon Musk has found that. They found out where a 9-year-old boy was getting a Social Security check. These are the kinds of things we're going after to say we can clean all these up. You make a good point earlier, 36, $37 trillion. We're not going to probably reduce $1 trillion or two. I would hope we could, but I'd have to say this. This is a start for us. I've been there 12 years, 4 years in the Texas House, now 12 years in Congress. I watch spending with a great degree of interest. This is the first time in Texas didn't need it because we have a balanced budget, but still I watch spending the appropriations bill. This is the first time in all of those 16 years, now 12 of them in Congress, I've ever seen us attack this like we're doing it. I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful for Donald Trump. I'm thankful for Elon Musk. Together, we can do this.